What's up guys, it's Justin here, and today I've got my sneaker collection. So this is the first time I've done a video like this since 2016, and some of the shoes have been the same while others have changed. And I started buying shoes I think late 2015, and outside of tech, shoes, clothes, fashion in general, it's something that I'm really passionate about and want to learn more about. And from videos that I've shown some clothes and shoes on my channel, you guys seem to really like that too. So my intention is to make videos that you guys want to see, and a lot of you have been asking for a sneaker collection. Just to get it out of the way, I'm not here to brag or anything. This is a video that you guys have really wanted to see and have requested multiple times. I did buy all of these shoes with my own money, and I often do sell them after I get bored of them and just replace it with something else. But if you guys want to see more fashion related content on the channel, just make sure you're subscribed, leave a comment down below as to what you want to see, and also drop a like on this video. Also let me know in the comment section below what your favorite pair of shoes is from this entire collection. I'm really curious as to what you guys like, and also let me know what pair of shoes I should go ahead and check out, or what your favorite is. I am still a tech channel first, so that's not going anywhere. I'm still going to review phones, drones, consumer electronic products, do bag episodes. But with fashion being something that I'm so passionate about, I think the intention of a YouTube channel should be to share things that I enjoy. So I hopefully will be doing more of that in the future, but let's go ahead and get started because there's definitely a lot of things to cover. So my most recent pickup is the Jordan 1 Off-White, the Virgil Abloh and Nike collab, and this is actually my first pair of Jordan 1s. I used to not really like them, but when I saw the collab, there was just something about it that really made me want it. I really like the way that it looks kind of crafted, and kind of the unfinished tops here, and the Nike logo being stitched on by itself, the air tacks, the different use of materials. For the most part, these are very similar to the Chicago's, but just something about it. I mean, there's the text right here. I'm just a pretty big fan of it. They're definitely not the most comfortable shoes that I've owned, but I definitely plan to get some more Jordan 1s in the future after this one. And for those who are wondering, I'm going to be mentioning the sizing as well, and I am a true to size 8.5, and for the Jordan 1s, I went with a size 8, and it overall does fit pretty well, but I do have a wide foot, so my pinky toe on this side does seem to get squished a little bit. I'm just such a big fan of the Virgil Abloh Nike 10-pack. I did have the VaporMaxes for a bit, but I ended up selling those without really wearing them because they just were too uncomfortable. But the Air Max and the Air Force 1 is definitely a set of shoes that have my attention from that pack, and there apparently is another pair of Jordan 1s coming out in white. So of course, when it comes to buying shoes, one of the biggest challenges is finding your size, making sure you're not getting ripped off, but most importantly, whether or not your shoes are real. So with the Off-White Jordans, I had a lot of troubles finding my size, and with Yeezys, it's really hard to tell if they're real or not. So a great way to buy your shoes is through StockX, and that is something that I use quite a bit. And from there, you're able to find your sizes, you're able to bid on them directly from the mobile app or the website. And from there, every single shoe actually passes through StockX themselves, where they will legit check the product before shipping it out to you, certifying it authentic. And I would like to give them a huge thanks for partnering with me for this video. The next pair of shoes is one that I've been wearing a lot lately, and that is the Adidas Y3 Prime Knit, and this is the Yohji Yamamoto collab. And this version, in terms of resale price, is kind of overpriced for what it is. It's a very simple shoe, very subtle, and I just like the way it looks. Its design has a bit of contrast with the white and black, but I think the biggest thing is that this is so comfortable. I'm a size 8 in this, but if you want something similar in terms of comfort, just go ahead and pick up like a pair of Pure Boost or something, or just an Ultra Boost in general, but I just really like the Y3 Prime Knit. Another pair that I've been wearing a lot lately is the Adidas High Snobiety collab Ultra Boost, and I believe this is a 1.0 Ultra Boost, which is actually my favorite. I'm a true to size 8.5 in this, and an Ultra Boost is just a great everyday shoe, a running shoe, and in terms of comfort, I would say that this ranks number 2 behind my Y3s, just because I have wide feet, but it has nice grip on the bottom, and the gray is very subtle and simple, but it is the High Snobiety collab, and just you can't go wrong with any pair of Ultra Boosts at all, and I do want to get some more in the future. I used to have a lot more Ultra Boosts, including the Hypebeast collab. I picked up the Hypebeast collab back when it was relatively cheap for a resale price, and the price skyrocketed, so I ended up selling those. I also had the Soulbox Ultra Boost for a bit, and I can't remember the other ones that I might have had, but yeah, I still like to wear Ultra Boost even years later, and I can just recommend that shoe whether it's a collab or not because of the comfort for running and everyday use. I'm kind of just going at an order of how much I wear these shoes right now, and the third pair in that list is the Common Projects. If you guys remember back in my video in 2016, I already had these pair of shoes, but I didn't wear them for at least a year and a half because they hurt so bad. And if you take a look at here, there's some blood in there, and I do need to clean that out. But right now my feet are starting to get used to these, and I am a size 41 in this shoe, which is kind of a size 7, I think, Italian. I am true to size 8.5, but This is more for people with narrow or even normal size feet. If you have wider feet, you're gonna have to break them in, and I think once they're broken in, they look incredible. And just put this with like a white hoodie and you've got an outfit that isn't too casual, but at the same time is still pretty comfortable. So these are the Common Project Achilles Low in white, and they will kill your Achilles. Moving on to some Yeezys. I honestly don't really wear Yeezys anymore, and you guys can call me a hypebeast all I want. I would probably agree with your statement, but the newest pair of Yeezys that I picked up recently are the Yeezy 350 Beluga 2.0s in the gray color. I think it's just a nice neutral color that I could put with a hoodie. Very simple, has the kind of orange branding. It does have the heel tab. And yeah, nothing really much to say about that. I haven't worn these too often, but they're comfortable. I'm a size 8.5 in these, and I like to take the insoles out of a lot of the shoes that I wear just to make it more comfortable, honestly. So yeah, I wear these in 8.5 without an insole, and that is the Beluga 2.0s. You guys are going to notice that most of my collection is actually Adidas, and it's honestly because Adidas is very comfortable, and I entered the sneaker game back when Adidas was on the uprise, so I kind of just got carried by that wave, but I have been trying to branch out a little bit more, and one of them from Nike is the VaporMax. These are the Platinums. I did get them at retail, and I think in terms of comfort, they're decent, but not obviously as good as the Ultra Boost. They also make me like an inch taller, which is nice, but I do wear these occasionally. I do need to clean them as well, but that is the VaporMax that are in 8.5, and I have to wear them without an insole because my wide feet doesn't really fit that well in the VaporMax. Next up, these are probably the most beat up pair of shoes that I have, and that is the Zebra. I got these when they first came out in the first batch. I probably paid way too much for them, but these are probably one of my favorites when they were clean in the white, the red. At first I thought they were hideous, but after getting them and seeing them, wearing them, I'm a huge fan of it. And as you can see, these are just completely ruined, and I should probably clean them, but I've tried cleaning them a few times and they're still messed up. But yeah, I had these in size 9, but after trying on the other ones in 8.5, I think I'm in 8.5 because I'm not that tall, and if I have shoes that are just too big for me, it is pretty obvious. But yeah, these are the Yeezy Zebras. The third pair from the 2.0 collection that I have is the Belugas. This is the first gen of it, and I don't really wear these anymore, but I used to wear them quite a bit. Just the orange stripe and everything. It's a very comfortable shoe, just like the other V2s, but nothing really much to say about that. I wore these to the Kanye concert, but I'm probably going to be selling these. While we're on the topic of Yeezys, we might as well talk about the last pair that I have, and that is the V1 in the Oxford Tan colorway. This is probably one of my favorite Yeezys of all time, but I haven't worn them in about, I'd say 5 to 6 months as well. I got these in a size 8.5, I believe, and they fit pretty nicely. They have that loose fit to it. They're durable, and mine are actually in pretty good condition, even though I did buy them used. And in terms of Yeezys, I used to be really into Yeezys and wear them like every single day. I had the Pirate Blacks for a bit, which was actually my first pair of Yeezys. I had the Turtle Doves, and I also had the Moon Rocks. And I think when it came to 750s, I had the Gum and also the Pirate Blacks, which honestly, the 750s just didn't look that good on me, so I got rid of all of them. And in terms of V2s, the only pair that I think I sold off that you guys don't see here is the Breads. But yeah, these are the Tan V1s, which I should probably start wearing again because they're a very nice shoe and they go pretty well with outfits as well. Next up, I actually just picked these up the other day, and these are the Gucci Aces. I've wanted these for quite a while now because I've kind of shifted away from wearing Yeezys. I still wear a lot of sneakers and runners and stuff like that, but I do like to actually wear some shoes that maybe look a little bit dressier, the white leather look. So I think a good place to start is with Common Projects or Gucci Aces if you're willing to spend the money. I decided to go with the snake, no meaning behind it really. I just thought this one looked the best, and the Gucci's are actually much more comfortable than the Common Projects for my foot because I do have wider feet. And these kind of remind me of the Y3s because of the leather on the inside. And despite them being leather shoes, they're really comfortable, but I heard from durability, they're just not that great. They're going to wear down fast. I haven't actually worn these out yet, but I'm honestly a pretty big fan of them. I like the way that the back has a bit of flash to it, that snakeskin or reptile texture. And yeah, so for this, I was a size 6.5. I'm a true to size 8.5. So I'm a 6.5 in these, a 7 for Common Projects, and for most other shoes, I'll range between a size 8 or 8.5, and sometimes even 9. Back to Adidas, this is a shoe that I got for 80 bucks. It was on clearance and they happen to have my size in size 8, which I've worn without the insole once again. In terms of grip, these are honestly not the best. They do look very simple. I think they look awesome actually. And if you just want to have a workout shoe just for training, I definitely recommend these. These are the Alpha Bounce. For running, they're honestly not the best. I tried wearing them for running and they kind of hurt my feet, but that just might be me. But for an everyday shoe, these are awesome. And just as a trainer or a workout one, I think you can't go wrong with a pair of shoes like the Alpha Bounce. Moving on, these are a pair of Uncaged Ultra Boost, and I was actually really excited to get these for running and stuff. But when I tried them on, honestly, these are not nearly as comfortable as a normal pair of Ultra Boost. I just wasn't really a big fan of the sock line or anything. The gray is a nice look, but yeah, these are the Uncaged Ultra Boost in size 8.5, and I do also wear these without the insole. The last pair of runners I'm going to show you guys is one that I just picked up while I was in Vegas in January, and this is the Adidas NMD XR1. So I had a few pairs of NMDs before this. I think I had the OG white one. I also had the Oreos and the beige, but honestly, I just never really wore NMDs. I didn't find them that comfortable, but I think the XR1s are an exception. This, I believe, was the Finish Line collab in the red, the blue, and white, and I got them at retail. They're pretty comfortable. They're a size 8.5, I believe. So yeah, these are the XR1s, and I do wear these occasionally with my Adidas raincoat, but otherwise I seem to wear Ultra Boost a bit more. Another pair of Ultra Boosts are the Reigning Champs, and I think these look pretty awesome on their own. I like that kind of mesh material or the knitted material on the front. I like the black cage and everything about it, but I just haven't really found a chance to put these together with an outfit where I thought it looked good. But it's a very comfortable shoe. This is the 2.0 Ultra Boost, I believe. So I got these in a size 8.5, and even without the insole, they're a bit too small on me, too snug. So I will recommend going about a half size up on the 2.0 Ultra Boost. But yeah, this is the Reigning Champ collab. Next up, I do have a couple pairs of Vans. I don't really wear Vans that often. I just don't find them that comfortable after shifting to Adidas and the runners. But this is a pair of blue Vans, classic Vans. I do like that white stripe. Some of the Vans that I really want to get are the Fog Vans. I'm absolutely obsessed with that pair, but I think it's just way too expensive. I also want to get the Goyard Vans that are made by Covet, but these are a pair of blue Vans that I haven't really worn yet. And the other pair of Vans are just the classic Damn Daniel, not the slip-ons, but just the white classic laced Vans. And I believe for Vans, I am a size 9. I accidentally picked these up in size 10, so they're a bit too big. In terms of slippers that I wear around the house, these are a pair of the white Gucci's. Just nothing really special about it. I'm sure you guys have seen these around a little bit, but yeah, I really like the white pair. And for indoors, I think the white pair is perfect, but I do also have a black pair as well. And the kid that I buy sneakers from locally, he gave these to me because they don't fit him, so that was pretty awesome. So I tend to wear these on the balcony because the white pair is going to get super dirty. But I think for the slip-ons, I am a size 7 in the Gucci flip-flops. So that pretty much wraps it up for my entire sneaker collection, and as you guys can see, I really do like shoes. I am trying to constantly kind of evolve what I want to get, and yeah, I'm trying to sell off the Adidas Yeezys right now. I'm just not crazy about Yeezys anymore. But otherwise, thanks so much for watching this video, and I probably won't do these too much because I am still a tech channel, but I will talk about shoes here and there on my channel. But leave a like if you enjoyed it, drop a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.